Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're having a lovely day wherever you are in this crazy world that is seemingly only getting crazier. I don't know. There's a lot going on out here in this world. Just coming off the backs of the Keke Palmer situation, I don't know why it bothers me so much. I do know why it bothers me so much. The comments that I've been seeing, the response that has been out there, because of people like AH. If you've never watched this channel, I did a lot with the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. I am of the belief that this woman lied her fucking ass off, Amber. She lied her ass off. The evidence shows it. There was a 6-week trial, all of those things, okay? I believe she lied her ass off. You can disagree with that. You can think Amber is God's gift to the world, all whatever. Court of law, she was proven guilty. Punitive damages were awarded to Johnny. He was found completely innocent of everything. That's just how I feel about it. She lied about the abuse that was done to her. And women like that, who lie about these scenarios, really make it's really detrimental to all of women, everybody out there who have been in abusive situations. It's so messed up. It's just like, there's not even a word for someone who lies about things like that, you know what I mean? Because so many people have endured it and have survived and or not survived, okay? And this situation with Keke Palmer, it really hurts to hear and see the responses of people, even though she provided evidence, okay? She provided evidence. The situation with Johnny and Amber has really, I don't want to say it made it, it made this thing happen where victims aren't believed, but it certainly didn't fucking help, okay? Because now we have a situation with Keke Palmer, who, for one, she came out about Trey Songz at the beginning of everything, and she was not believed, and that man is a terror. There have been so many accusations out about Trey Songz, okay? And now she has this baby daddy who he is horrible, ain't shit, ain't terrible man, terrible excuse for a man. And she got a restraining order. It was granted, full custody, no visitation. She got her RO, all of that. She gave a paper application, okay? Because she seemingly feared for her fucking life, and attached footage, like screenshots of footage of these acts happening, okay? Actual pictures. All right, now, she had to do that because if she came out with just the RL without that documentation, people wouldn't have believed her, really wouldn't have believed her. They truly, because when the whole Usher situation went down, when Darius played in her face in the public talking about you're a mom, it's the outfit for me, like insecure as fuck, people were saying and agreeing with him because he's a man of values and a man of morals, and he's this, that, and the other. Whole time, he's behind the scenes putting his hands on Keke Palmer. How is that a man of morals and a man who has values? You have absolutely zero values other than trying to get an effing check and leeching and mooching off of somebody and being a disruptive human being, okay? That is what your goal is. You don't have values, you don't have morals, you don't have any of that. And what's sickening me is that I'm seeing on social media, even though she provided pictures of this happening, her RO statement is exactly what those pictures show, to a T. I've never seen that before. People are still questioning it. People are saying we need audio. We need the actual footage of what was happening. The screenshots alone are not enough of her over a couch with his, like, literally throwing her around. And then there's pictures of her by the steps, and it literally looks like he's got her choked up on the dang on steps. That's not enough. And I'm sorry that I'm like hyped up, but it really makes me upset. It really makes me angry because it's like, why is the goalpost always moved? Just say y'all don't like women. Just say that y'all just don't fuck with us. Y'all don't believe us. Y'all don't care about our protection. Y'all don't care about our safety. Y'all don't care about anything at all but yourselves. And it's a lot of men that I've been seeing do this and say these things. And a lot of women as well. And I'm so perplexed. What if that was you in this situation and people were saying the shit that y'all are saying about you? Do you have no... It's just sickening. It's so sickening. And I was just sitting here. I'm making my little jewelry. I went to the thrift store today. And I got some jewelry. And I like to repurpose it. So I'm like making little pieces. These are like a asymmetrical, you know, little dangly earrings or whatnot. Calming myself down. Enjoying my Saturday afternoon. And then I took a break. I was scrolling. And I started getting into this. And I'm like... I think I'm very concerned about society and the state of, and let's not even, it's just like y'all have really lost it. It's never going to be enough. The only thing that will make people believe Keke Palmer, well, some people, for the, like, some people, the only thing that would make them believe Keke Palmer 100% is if they were there in the room when the act was actually happening. And probably even then they would have been like, oh, well, I turned my head slightly for a second, so I didn't really see what went down with there. She could have hit him first. Even then, it would be a question. The goalpost is always moved. And it's sick. It's sick. It's sick. And we have this situation with Jenelle Evans, which I'm highly conflicted about, and David Eason of Teen Mom 2 on MTV, where quite honestly, I think that she's in some type of abusive relationship. David Eason is terrifying, in my opinion. The things that he's done, him walking around with these stockpile of ammunition, all types of guns, AR-15s, the fact that he has no type of emotional control, he pops off like in a second, like he gets just irate for no reason. Like every time I saw him on Teen Mom, it was a conflict. It was a problem. It was somebody doing something to David that he felt was wrong and he needed to retaliate. How is it that you are never in the wrong, David? How is that even possible? So now I'm seeing on IG yesterday, Jenelle posts a photo shoot, y'all. A photo shoot of her and David. I need to get the caption. Hold on. My mind does not compute that this lady, Jenelle Evans, has so little effing concern for her children, Jace, Kaiser, and Inslee, that she would post this photo shoot of her and her unhinged ABUSIVE husband and post up like he is God's gift to the effing world. It's deranged. It is, I don't have the vocabulary, the vernacular for the insanity that this is. And so I can only compute in my head that she is brainwashed by some sort and she is in a abusive relationship with David Eason. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And then to come out in one of her clickbait little articles that she likes to do on JanelleEvans.com by J.E. Staff, that those messages that Whitney released to the Sun and got a bag for are photoshopped. He has her telling people and writing articles that those screenshots of the text are photoshopped. Like the Sun would really release these text messages and not investigate further and not do any of them. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I know the Sun is the Sun and we have had issues with the Sun, but I do not think that these messages are Photoshop. They're simply not. They're not. So then you go out and you do this photo shoot with your deranged fucking husband who has harmed you. Okay? You called up in a police phone call, we have the recording. We've heard it. of you talking about the fact you think he broke your collarbone and you're crying and you're scared and you're terrified. You wrote in court documents about how you are terrified for you and your children's lives. But this photo shoot that you put up after your son just ran away for the third time in 2 months, under 2 months, you put up this photo shoot. It's crazy. Let me get to it. Hold up. Here it goes. Are you kidding me? This man looks disgusting. He looks so dirty, stanky, nasty, like, ugh, oh my God. And the caption says, no matter where I go, I'm loved by you. No matter where we are, you always make me laugh. No matter where you are, you don't let anyone walk all over me. Except him. He allows himself to walk all over you, Jenelle. No matter where you are, you protect me, except for that time that you thought that he broke your collarbone and you called the police because you were terrified for your life. Let them say whatever about us, because we will be just fine. I love you, babe. Delusional. And or she's in an abusive relationship, and it's scary for the children. And I don't understand how on this earth, I don't know what the F is going on in North Carolina, how with this man having CA charges, he is still able to be around any child at all. So she comes out with her JE staff written article. She shows pictures or video, whatever, of David's phone in David's hands of what the messages were with Whitney, trying to show that it's all about, just picking up Marissa and about, co-parenting. Nothing at all talking about how he hates Jenelle and, doesn't want to be, he's so regretful of the situation of where he is in life and buying presents and this, that, and the other. None of that. Like, Jenelle, it's so easy to delete messages, honey. It is so easy to press on those messages and select the messages that you want to be deleted. It's the easiest thing in the world. Okay? There was pictures of your bedroom the son's released. How is that photoshopped? So then the riches, because really the Riches and the Easons are going at it. If you don't know, the Riches have made a YouTube channel and they're releasing stuff. They released the full audio of the phone call where Jenelle is yelling and screaming for the proof because she wanted it. She was pissed the fuck off. And David is threatening people like the freaking caveman that he is. He's just like, not even a caveman. Caveman, he's just a horrible person. Caveman did nothing. David is just a horrible excuse of a man. He's not even a man. He's a boy. He likes to call people boy all day long. He's the boy. He's the fucking boy. So it's just like, there's cycles to abuse, okay? It is the hardest when you get to leave. That's the scariest time, because that is when whoever it is in the relationship who is abusive tends to heighten their behavior, okay? Because you're about to try to remove yourself from the situation. And it's secular. It's hard to leave, or you might leave, you will go back, you might leave, and then you go back. It's a secular situation. And I do see some similarities with Jenelle and David Eason. I also see that I feel like he's gaslighting her quite a bit. And she has not, and I do not want to let y'all think that, like, I'm excusing Jenelle's behavior and I'm trying to, like, defend her. I'm not defending her at all. I'm just trying to see things from both sides, because I'm seeing this situation with Keke and I'm seeing this situation with Jenelle and David, and I do think that David is an abusive person. And I do think this relationship is hella toxic and abusive. And there's similarities with abuse of relationship, DV relationships, that are going on here. She's being gaslit. Reality is something that they're not touching, okay, out there on the land. because they post this photo shoot, right? And Jenelle posts this caption, which was a literal FU to Jace. It's an FU to her children. It's an FU to everybody, but specifically her children, her mother, her family. It is an FU that no matter what, I am standing by this man. He can do whatever the F he wants to. He can murder dogs in my backyard. He can text his ex-wife about how horrible of a homemaker I am, and talking about how he wishes he were with her. He can put hands on my children. He can do anything, and I'ma still be right here beside him. That is what she's telling people. And it's concerning. It's scary. I mean, watching Teen Mom, we saw it kind of coming, and seeing his behavior, it's just like, I would never want to be around a man like David Easton. Like, not in the vicinity. I don't want to stand on a line with him. I don't want to be in any type of vicinity of a man like David Easton. Okay? And this situation is so diluted. She has 41,000 likes on this, right? About 4,700 comments, right? Which, of course, David had to comment. He says, "I love you so much." Of course, someone added him and said, "Then why are you texting your ex then?" Right? You were just texting your ex months ago about how you regret being with her. Like, you fucking asshole. All of these comments are pretty horrible, but this one really stuck out to me. And this is what really concerns me, that Jenelle is not in our plane of reality, okay? Because someone said he literally broke your collarbone. Now, I don't know about you, but I know about me. And if you follow this situation, you have heard that phone call that she put to the police, where she says that she thinks her collarbone is broken. And she's crying, she's sobbing, she's scared, she's this, that, and the other, concerned for her life. She even went forward to do court documentations where she wrote out every instance where this man has been inappropriate and or abusive, right? So this person comments and says he literally broke her collarbone. She responds to this person, says, "I've never had a broken collarbone in my life, ... Goes to show how brainwashed you are by the media." What the F? We heard the phone call of you saying out of your mouth that you think your collarbone is broken. So yes, maybe it wasn't broken, but you certainly fucking thought it enough that you were bawling, crying about how much it hurt, and called the police because you were terrified for your life. And you're going to sit up here and respond to somebody, "I have never had my collarbone broken in my life." Goes to show how brainwashed you are by the media. No, honey, you're brainwashed by David motherfucking Easton. And it's concerning as fuck. You are brainwashed. You are gaslit and are trying to gaslight everybody the fuck else. There's 180 effing responses underneath that comment because what the fuck, Jenelle? Someone said, "You said that." You said that. You literally said that. People said it was you that said it. I think they're just confused because that's what you said to the operator of the 911 phone call you placed. Now she's trying to deny it. It's like someone said, right, she said it, now she's trying to deny it. This is sadly all a Dateline episode waiting to happen. She deserves so much more. Someone said, "I'm sorry you're trapped in a trauma bond relationship and can't see your worth for you and your babies." It's something. It's definitely something. I think that there's something going on that land, that they're ingesting something, that and growing something out there that makes them not see things in reality, because I just don't get it. How are you going to say that you've never had your collarbone broken? Okay, so you've never had your collarbone broken, but you're going to deny the fact that you made a whole phone call to the police and there's a recording of it, and that you wrote a whole fucking court document of all the shit that he's done to you? Like, did you forget that? Like, is he really that? Like, that's terrifying. If this man, David Easton, has gotten her to the point of where she's literally denying things that we've heard and seen with our own fucking eyes that are out there, it's bad. The manipulation and fucked up shit that she's being enduring. You know what I mean? It's bad. He's doing some fucked up shit. And there's like even more stuff coming out with like this manipulation, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys know who Jenelle is, but he's like a rapper or whatever. And he's talking about how now he's come to terms with the fact that he realizes how he moved in his relationships and how toxic and manipulative he was and how he knew what he was doing, but he was doing it anyway because it made him feel good. And he was at the top of his game and this and that. Like, guys do this shit. And I'm not trying to come off as like this man hating, you know, whatever. It's just more so like out of concern for like all these situations, because as women, I feel like we've got to protect ourselves. We've got to look out for ourselves, because it seems like they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. Okay? That's just what I'm seeing on social media. I've spoken to people, like, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. I don't know what it is with this generation, like, whatever. It's concerning. And so seeing that with Jenelle is just like, honey, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, it's more so now getting to a place of concern. Like, the children, thankfully Jace is with Barbara, but she does have these other children, and it's getting like, are y'all good? Because he's mind fucking the fuck out of her. Okay, so remember, JE staff put out an article on her clickbait little site saying that the text messages from Whitney that was released via the Sun are all photoshopped. All photoshopped. David is an upstanding guy. He has only ever texted Whitney about co-parenting of their child, Marissa. He has done no wrong. He has been exemplary for an example of a husband. He is the husband that everybody should want, you know? He's perfect. He is always there for her. All of these things. No. The Riches released 2 hours ago on their new YouTube channel. If you're not following them, you might as well want to if you keep up with this type of stuff. They posted on their YouTube channel literally a 4-minute video, and it shows somebody holding Whitney's phone, and probably Whitney, and Shane, who is Whitney's boyfriend guy, whatever, is recording it, and it shows the messages on the phone. Okay, on the phone. You can't Photoshop that shit. It's not a screenshot. It's not any of that stuff that was in the article. It's on the phone. They're scrolling. Okay, and it says exactly. It says exactly what the Sun posted. And it's so, I'm laughing because, my God, you just put out this whole freaking photo shoot where you're saying that this man is the world and he loves you and he protects you and this and other, and the Riches are just releasing literally a video that shows that all of that is some fucking bullshit. That man does not care about you. He cares about the money. Same with Darius and Keke, because as soon as this whole thing came out, it's like, oh, she just wanted sole custody because she doesn't want to have to pay him child support, which is what he wanted the whole entire time, was child support, a payment, so he didn't have to work. He doesn't have a job anyway, so he wanted a check for child support that he could live off of. These men, like, you really have to be careful. It's scary out here. Like, and I'm really not trying to come out as like this man hater, like this, that, and other, because I do have men in my life that I love and who have loved me, and I think that are great examples of how men should be. You know, my grandfather, my uncle, like, I do have those examples. But it is scary out here. It's scary out here. The fact that he has her making herself look dumb as fuck, writing an article that these messages are photoshopped, and then 2 hours ago, the Riches come out with a video that show that these messages are exactly what it is that they said it was in the Sun article. Here it is. Right here. Let me start from the beginning. You see the phone, they have the phone, you see the thumb, they're scrolling on their phone. How do you Photoshop that? So those messages that were missing from David's little whatever video he did, they're right here. He fucking deleted it, Jenelle. That's it. That's the easiest game in the book when you're a fucking cheater. You delete your messages. Like, come on, girl. It's right here. You see that thumb? All the shit that the Sun released is here. If you don't believe it, go check it out yourself. The Riches have a Facebook, not a Facebook, have a YouTube page. It's called The Riches. Right there. The Riches. So, it's a mess. It is a mess. And I think that I am concerned for the children in the situation. I am happy that one child is out and where they need to be, Jace, but there's 2 others that, you know, are still out there on the land. And this man is not, he's just not it, in my opinion. And I will say everything I said in this video is allegedly, in my opinion, and da 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 blah blah blah. But it's concerning, and I'm concerned just about our society. For when things actually happen, people aren't being believed. We've seen it with the Russell Brand situation. It's really rough to see these things. And I don't know what can rectify this situation. I really don't. So I hope that you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. I am going to keep on making my little jewelry. I made these little earrings here off of a necklace. I just, you know, took it apart. I like these little chunky beads, so I decided to make these earrings, and made a few others. So I'm going to keep doing that and just enjoy my evening, and we'll see what else happens. And I'll, of course, see you guys in another video. But until then, ta-ta.